Hi everyone, I'm Eric.
And I'm Christopher.
And we're Grow For Me 5B. Today we're going to take you along with us on our trip to the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, the home of proven winners' new houseplant line, Leafjoy, at the Plant Company.
We had a fantastic long weekend meeting some new friends and getting to spend some time with old friends and exploring the beautiful, beautiful area of the Blue Ridge Mountains.
So come on along.
All right. Hi, my name is Ben Wright, and I work for the Plant Company. We're the growers of Leafjoy by Proven Winners. Really excited to be here today with some of our friends to talk to you about some of my favorite plants. This is actually an order that's getting ready to go to a garden center near you. I love this plant. Everyone sees it and they just think it's another ficus. We like to say this is not your grandparents' ficus because this is our Klingon Ficus benjamina twilight. And what's really special about this is it won't drop leaves. They worked on the genetics for several years in Holland before they figured out the recipe to make sure these plants retain their leaves. So you can blow on it, lower the temperature in your house all you want, move it around, and you're never gonna have to worry about that dropping leaves. So I love to feature this one because it's just neat. We have my favorite fern, our living lace blue star Davana. I love how new leaves come out with this beautiful light green hue. And then as they mature, you get this chalky blue color with this really nice rumpled texture. I love that plant, and it's just one that makes you smile. For a little pop of color, our Prismacolor Philodendron Lemon Lime. This is a great option for any home, really easy to care for like any philodendron. And plants shouldn't just be beautiful to look at, they're also fun when you have a really cool texture. This is one of those plants, it feels like plastic. It's real, I promise you. It's cool. Another one of our great alocasias. People often think alocasias are tough to care for, but I really think it comes down to where it's grown and how it's grown. So we grow for consumer success, and we're going to make sure any plant you buy is going to have a tag on it that gives you all the information you need to succeed. And then I like to show this orbifolia here because its size and fullness. This is our colorful Calathea orbifolia. Just look at the size of those leaves and that beautiful pattern. So really excited. This is going to go out to a garden center near you soon.
Look at all these tags.
Oh my gosh, show us one, show us one.
I'll show you one. This is for Mythic Stingray.
They put so much information on these tags. It's really, really awesome. Okay, we're going in the greenhouse.
Are beautiful plugs, and you'll see the netting around them. It holds the soil in place and keeps the moisture close to them. They come out of these trays here, and these gorgeous white roots softly, gently, you can see how easy it is to pull these out. And so when they get potted up and getting closer and closer to retail, they acclimate to the soil right away. So just like any plant, houseplants also need root to soil contact to get immediate nutrients.
Does the netting degrade after a while?
It does. It does. That's a good question. Yes, it absolutely does. Meanwhile, it's keeping the plant safe. So, there's absolutely no harm and mostly excellent assistance in growing in this way.
How neat.
So, yeah, they're beautiful. I'm telling you, healthy plants have to start healthfully, right? You have to be putting these in meaningful concentrations of soil, meaningful levels of fertilizer, meaningful levels of water, because all the coding at this moment is going to be carried with it as an adult. So if these were not cared for well, if this were lesser plant material, as an adult, it has no fighting chance.
It's going to die.
Yeah.
It's not going to
Yep. Yep. So any plant that comes from leafjoy, it has an incredible start. An incredible start. And I think we all did better with a good start, right?
Yeah.
It makes a difference.
It does. It really does.
Okay, so you can see that we are walking on this 1 foot wide belt system through the middle of a massive, massive greenhouse with more finished plants. It's a pretty humid greenhouse.
It's very humid in here, which makes sense because they're tropicals.
Yeah, and we're learning a ton about how much time they take to get incredible tissue culture that doesn't have viruses and it won't infect any of your other houseplants or all of the houseplants that we're going to have soon.
Yeah, they're really priding themselves in pushing the fact that these plants are going to arrive in the stores virus-free, bug-free, super healthy, the healthiest plants you can buy because they want, sometimes it's a bad plant you get at the... We're getting directions. All right.
Oh, we don't have to walk on the even more
Don't walk on the
precarious
blue
belt.
belt.
Anybody who knows me, this is Christopher talking, knows that I love that movie Fern Gully, that old children's movie, and I'm in fact now in Fern Gully. Look at this one. This is called Blue Star Divana. We're getting a lot of this and we're putting it in our house. It is so beautiful. There's so many cool ferns. I'm still walking on one of these little belts here. What on earth? Twirly whirly fern. Oh, there's Eric. Okay, so this is a lot of the Proven Winners houseplant of the year. It's called Tradescantia Feeling Flirty. Am I saying that right? Yes, Feeling Flirty. And they have a cool new program called Leafjoy Littles. They're these tiny little containers with the beautiful little plants in them. And I guess they're going to be able to send them to garden centers a little less expensive than getting a big plant. So cool. We did get to see what the plant of the year for 2024 is going to be. And I'm not sure if we're allowed to talk about it, but the texture of the leaf is so stinking cool.
So after our first full day at the plant company, learning all about the production of the leafjoy houseplants, it was time to hop into our car and drive up the mountain to the Love Ridge cabins.
Once we were at the cabins, we had some dinner, spent some time with our new friends, and took in the beautiful scenery.
All right, everyone, today we are at Leafjoy, the plant company, in Virginia, and we are making terrariums with Heather and Perla and our friends Sky and Janey and Morgan's
over
here. Yep. And so I guess the first step we're going to do is we're going to put in this horticultural charcoal. Now, you know us, we're outdoor gardeners, so this is the first time I'm doing a terrarium. Christopher, you've done terrariums before, right?
Yes, but we did not add the charcoal, and apparently the charcoal step is really helpful because it keeps the soil fresh and it keeps it from being stinky.
These will be a bit taller, of course. The Caldea or Marantha family is taller. This will spread a bit. And then this one will just be a little puff.
All right.
So, it looks like coffee grounds.
Yeah, I mean, so Heather said to do about an inch of charcoal.
That's perfect.
Yeah. And
Look
then,
how cool this terrarium is too, by the way.
I know, it's really pretty.
It's going to be one of these closed environments.
Heather, can you come over and explain each of these plants for us?
Yeah, what is this?
I'm going to give you a little mic.
Oh, I was sitting close to you.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a great ground cover for a terrarium. It's so easy. This is the one that your mom used. So this one's from the 70s, very popular.
Okay.
I think the common name was a nerve plant. Yeah, I think it's a nerve plant. So it comes in this color. There's a pink, there's a red. Today we're going to use the green. But this is going to be the base layer of your terrarium. It holds a lot of moisture and keeps the humidity up in the bottom.
Oh, cool.
So it's very cool. These will be your taller ones. These are Califea or Marantha family. I think you are already growing some of these pretty successfully, right? So this is one of yours that you know is going to go well for you. But they have gorgeous root systems.
Beautiful.
So you're going to make sure that you get them planted in at least twice that depth when you start to put your soil in. You're going to consider these taller plants when you do your soil depth. And then this is the cutest little thing. I think it's called Feeling Flirty. But this is going to crawl also, but it's going to be a little taller.
Was this the houseplant of the year for 2023?
It was. It sure was.
Cool.
It sure was. Oh, you are proven winners through and through. Love you. And then this is just charming. So this will make a puff, this little fern.
Is that a maidenhair fern? No.
No, I think it's a button fern. I can, when they're plugs, when they're just growing up.
It's so hard to know what they are.
Yeah. I mean, consider yourself in I had no idea who I was. But yeah, so this is a great little fern, and it'll make a little mound. I'm pretty sure it's a button fern, but I'm not positive.
We'll double check.
Yes,
Amazing.
yes, do. Yep.
Thank you, Heather.
Sure. So you're going to go to your soil level.
Up to
So
there.
you're going to double that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And before you go, we have to
Yes.
explain why you have charcoal on your nose.
Because I showed you that you should not put your hand in the charcoal because it'll be everywhere. Thank you, friend. I'm going to go
Thank
wash
you.
that
Go
off.
wash that off.
All right, everyone. This is Maddie from We the Wild, and we are adding some We the Wild into our terrarium today. So why don't you tell everyone a little bit about what We the Wild is?
So We the Wild is plant care for houseplants, or plants in pots, as we like to say. And we just make it safe, simple, and effective. So you have total plant care in 3 products. I trust that you guys will edit as I'm opening up
Of
this
course.
box.
Or not.
As a quick run through, we have our enriched powder. We like to say this is the immunity pill for your plant. It's going to be a slow release powder formula you can sprinkle on the topsoil or use as a soil amendment when you're up potting. It's going to be for strong, resilient roots. We have Grow Concentrate, which is our liquid plant food. You'll just dilute that in your watering can, and that's formulated for fast growth. You can use this across all your houseplants all year round. And then Protect Spray. This is going to be a leaf dust and shine, but we also have some ingredients in here like liquid worm castings, neem oil, and some essential oils to help protect and strengthen your plant while also shining its leaves.
Amazing. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take some of this Enrich, and we're going to sprinkle it in the terrarium, right?
Mhm.
Right. Can I take it out?
Yes.
All right.
This is yours.
The packaging is very official.
It is very... Oh, I see a thing. Oh, pull to open.
Directions are great.
Got it.
So then I believe it's just a light sprinkle. What's it smell like?
It smells like nothing, which I think is a great sign.
That's good. Oh, there you go. It's funny. It kind of looks like coffee grounds.
Do we have like a vision for this, Christopher?
No, I think that you are good at visions. So you vision.
We're gonna make this a vignette. It's literally a terrarium. It's like a little garden vignette that you get to bring inside. And you know that we love a garden vignette. So this is gonna be one of the ground cover ones. So I'm going to kind of put it off to the side, I think. Plop it in.
Oh, look masterful.
I mean, how can you mess that up?
Nope, can't mess that up.
I'm gonna put this little cute little fern in the back. Now it'll grow through this little casing, but I'm just gonna pull it back. Yeah.
Yeah, snag it, sprinkle.
Yeah.
Nice. And then add these ones.
Plant this in the. I mean, indoor house planting compared to outdoor gardening,
You don't even break a sweat.
so much easier. Wow, look at those roots.
Oh my goodness.
Gorgeous.
It's so healthy. I feel like when this gets shipped to our house, we should go out and put some rocks in it.
Yeah, something.
Give it a little decoration. And then I guess once it's watered and we put that cork on, it should just live.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
There you go. So they're gonna see your name.
this is compared to outdoor gardening, this is like the simplest thing I've ever done. And scene. So if you're anything like us, you are gardeners through and through. And so houseplants might, for you, kind of like they are for us, be something that we deal with or we enjoy during the off season of gardening, during the winter and fall, right, Christopher?
Yes, and frankly, a lot of houseplants are a mystery to us because we just don't have experience with them.
Yeah, and I think our history with houseplants is we have a couple of concerns. We have two cats. We have Frederick and Freya, as some of you know. And so we want to watch out for things that aren't toxic for our cats. And we have uneven lighting in our house. How would you describe it?
Yeah, our house is south facing, but we only have the guest room window up there, and our main living areas are north and east facing.
Mm-hmm.
So the cool thing about leafjoy is I think proven winners realized that there was a gap in the market for gardeners like us to enjoy a houseplant.
Making them really accessible, I think, was the main goal of Proven Winners. And I think that's one of the reasons why they have created a couple of lines to help organize. And when I say lines, I mean categories.
Categories.
Right? To help organize the plants into, how would you describe this?
Well, there's the Atrium collection.
Mm-hmm.
That's their bright light houseplants. Those are the ones that are going to be not necessarily in your windowsill, but pretty close to a window where you know they're going to get that bright indirect light for a good portion of the day. Yeah. And then for us, the one we were the most excited about is the Cocoon collection.
Yeah, the Cocoon collection is, I just have some notes here, so that's what I'm looking at. The Cocoon collection is low light plants for calming spaces. Yes. And that's kind of how we would describe the interior of our home, is a little bit more low light, calmer. They're not going to necessarily require
a lot of work on our part.
Mm-hmm.
The big thing we learned is that light is 80% of the battle. Once you know what light your plant requires, and you know the rest of it's kind of trial and error. When do you feed it? How much do you water it? And the other two categories they have, which are also really cool. One is spa scene, which is good for your humid bathrooms. Mm-hmm. So there's a particular plant, I think that, what was it? Divana. It was a blue star fern, yes, frilly thing. It's such a beautiful color. And we have a shelf in the bathroom that is itching for a plant. Mm-hmm. And what's the last one?
They have a work life collection, which are more, they say smaller, so they're more for desktops and things like that. But And some of the plants cross over from collection to collection. And then, and they do have a fifth collection, the H2O collection.
Yes, those are beautiful.
And I think those are the ones that we're most excited for because I think they match our aesthetic for our home. And we'll be showing you more of our home as garden season winds down and we're
and so
heading into the holidays and stuff.
Yeah, and as we get a hold of some of these houseplants, we'll share with you our journey of being non-houseplant people enjoying some houseplants.
So after we concluded our time with the plant company, learning all about the new houseplant line from Proven Winners, we were able to have some of our own time back again in Charlottesville. And we also headed up to Montello to walk those grounds.
Montello, for those of you who don't know, is the home of Thomas Jefferson, who was an avid gardener. So we took in some of the heritage flower gardens and the vegetable gardens, and it was an absolutely beautiful fall day. So we had some fun with Sky Hamilton from Hamilton House Designs to conclude our trip.
Christopher, well, first of all, hello. We are here at Montello in Virginia.
Tell us what Montello is.
It is the home of Thomas Jefferson. It's a historic landmark down here in Virginia. We're visiting the gardens, and right here is a flower we've never grown, but it's coxcomb celosia.
Look at the color. The color's really not picking up on the camera, Eric.
I mean, it's end of season. They're all staked, which to me, I guess means that they're probably pretty floppy without being staked. So I don't know if that's something we would grow, but it's very interesting to see. We're here with Sky from Hamilton House Designs. We just finished our weekend at the plant company, and we're stopping here before we head to the airport.
It's a beautiful stopover. Absolutely perfect fall day.
Like that. It has never gotten so big like
What's this fuzzy thing?
that plant from
We'll take a look at the leaves.
the one that eats you.
Little Shop of Horrors?
Yes, doesn't it look
That's
like
where our
it?
name is from, Little Shop of Horrors.
Did you know
Grow
that?
for Me.
It's a
Oh,
song
wow.
from
So
that-
Seymour's I Want song in Little Shop of Horrors
Yeah.
is Grow for Me. And that is one of my favorite musicals.
But doesn't he kind of have that big pod or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
is he? I don't know.
He was an alien from outer space.
I literally haven't seen it and I don't even know.
I'm just gonna pet the flowers while they talk. Ooh, it's brains.
Do you think it's a Monarda of
I
some
don't
kind,
know
or
what this is. Is it a, no, it almost looked like a dahlia from far away.
No, it's definitely not a dahlia.
This is
I've never seen any. I don't know what
the
that is.
coolest flower.
Maybe
Looking
Sky,
around
would you
for
know
a
what this is?
sign.
This orangey, yellowy, red thing. Well, this is very out of our zone.
Eric, can you do a Google lookup?
Yeah.
Yeah. One of our favorite ways to identify plants is to go in the Google app. Joseph's coat.
Oh, amaranth.
Amaranth. Okay. So we could both grow this. Probably in the summer.
I don't know if I want to grow it personally. It's
But
definitely
it's very
eye-catching.
cool when it's on full display.
Yeah.
Like,
With the right
obviously on its way out.
underplantings.
and look how tall and I mean that's standing up pretty nice for an amaranth. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know if they have it staked, but they do. They have
Okay.
it staked.
And look at that rose. Just 3 leaves at the top.
Wow.
That rose, that might be an old rose.
Is this near?
Eric, stand by this tree. It looks like there was an original massive tree
Yeah, and then they replanted one in the middle.
in the middle of it. We're just using you for scale, Eric.
Oh, let me stand up straight. This tulip tree.
Is it? Or a maple?
It's a tulip tree.
Tulip
The
tree.
shape of the leaves. No, it could be. Yeah. No, it's a maple.
That's awesome.
I don't know what it is.
Are they blue peonies yet?
Those were hellebores.
Yeah,
Oh, they're
hellebores.
Oh.
I
I
don't know
have
what these
no
are.
idea what
Like
that
an
is.
allium? Like some type of allium?
I feel like it is a. It's that thing that Christopher always wants to grow, and it's purple, and you want to put it in a pot, and we see it, and it's so
Red spider
expensive.
lily?
Red spider lilies. No, that you're thinking of agapanthus.
Yes, that is what I'm thinking of.
Red spider lily in part shade. What an interesting plant. This is a catalpa. This is a very, very big catalpa. Where's the, look at this leaf. One leaf. I can't believe we have one of these in the back of our property. Baptisia. This all looks like mums, yeah. This makes me want asters.
Yeah, I mean,
so
this is a
bad.
beautiful drift of aster.
Are these like a wild aster? This isn't how big they get normal.
New England aster, Symphotrichum nova angliae.
And look at the pollinators on it. So happy.
Also, that is that smell. They
What's this?
smell beautiful.
Ooh, that was a lot of bees real close to my face.
And then, what are these?
That looks like... Oh, at first I thought it was Cleome, but it's not.
It's not Cleome because it's like a ball shape at the top. All right, gardener friends. We have a past its prime plant we need you guys to chime in on. Cool. Guys, we have seen some beautiful gardens. We're headed back to the shuttle bus now. We have flights back to the Northeast and to the Pacific Northwest. Bye-bye.
So here we are, home again after a whirlwind weekend of fun, plants, and friends. So again, I'm Eric.
And I'm Christopher.
And we're Grow For Me 5B.
Thanks for growing with us.